Hi, this is Dishan from RevSportz, and welcome to Teeing Off with RevSportz. I'm joined with Gagi, Sneashish, and Bharat. We have a lot of IPL and ISL action to cover, so we'll get straight to it. Gagi, somehow when you go for these matches, you always witness, the
Yeah,
final ball or the last over thriller matches. So again, you were part of this game yesterday. You went to the stadium. How was the atmosphere? What an amazing game of cricket once again.
absolutely. And these IPL is all known for these last ball thrillers. Last time it happened in the RCB KKR match, and this time it's DCGT. But what a game that was! That was truly a good game. And I think credit to Rishabh Pant for the way that he captained last night, and also his innings that proved very very crucial because if it wasn't for I think Rishabh Pant's inning, uh, DC would have lost last night.
Yeah, 100%. Sneashish, that innings was just spectacular. What did you think of it?
Yes, absolutely. And I think Rishabh Pant is in a good frame of mind. I think in the last match he was not hitting the ball properly. The ball was not coming properly in his bat. I think that that thing I think was working on his mind. And I think in last match, when yesterday's match, I think he came out to bat with full form and what a knock he has played, especially the last over. The way he batted against Mohit Sharma, I think it was incredible. To get I think 31 runs came. I think in that over. So I think that over eventually be the the differentiate. Maybe there are many factors that differentiate between two sides in yesterday's game. I think that was one of the games. So good. So credit to Rishabh Pant, and this is a very good sign for Team India coming to the World Cup.
Truly, truly. Bharat, I think with that performance last evening, the World Cup worries must have really settled in now because there was a lot of debate on who that wicketkeeper should be, but this should almost get him through, right?
I should get him through, but yeah, he played his cards well. Mohit Sharma is really, I think, struggling after a couple of decent performances in this IPL. Is really struggling. If you look at the slower ones, his bowling, it's nicely sitting up for the batter to hit. I think it's some 52 runs or something like that of Mohit Sharma of 12 balls. Rest of 2036 of 31 came after the rest of the ballers. That tells something about his experience. So I yeah, definitely should get into that World Cup squad. Though I've already said there is one word of caution that his T20 record is not great in 66 games. He averages something like 22 and averages 25 and has a strike rate of some 125 or something like that. So that's the one word of caution. But he's definitely in good form, and I think he'll get into that World Cup squad.
Yeah, definitely, definitely so. Gagi, Akshar Patel also played a handy role alongside Rishabh Pant. So, tell us the importance of supporting a partner and building a partnership again. Because if Akshar Patel had gotten out earlier, maybe there'd been a lot more pressure on Pant, and that capital's batting lineup could have failed.
Absolutely, an innings is built from both ends because even when it's batting, you can't just depend on one batter to do all the hitting. Uh, you need someone to take charge from the other end as well and make sure that wickets are not falling from the other end. And Akshar Patel and Rishabh Pant had a partnership of 103 runs yesterday off 68 balls, so that's a lot. And Akshar Patel also was batting at a very decent strike rate. He had 62 for 36, which is not bad at all. And we have seen this from Akshar Patel before. We know that he is a very capable batter. And
Yes.
last night was one of the innings where he proved that he's a serious all-rounder, and he's someone who cannot be ignored and should not be ignored.
Definitely not. Sneashish Tristan Stubbs is in great form, and once again we saw it last night. 26 of 7, if I'm right. So, he really smashed it around and gave the Capitals that final push. So again, the Capitals will be really happy with him coming back and really performing to his best.
Yes, I think along with Rishabh Pant, I think Tristan Stubbs is the only batter that who have been, a good form with the bat since the start of this IPL. And one of the things that I have been impressed with him that his clear hitting ability. He is a very clear hitter. And his power hitting game has been very beneficial for DC this season. And I think I will again talk in the perspective of T20 World Cup. I think for South Africa also he is going to be a very vital player. So you can imagine the middle order of South Africa. You have Henrik Klassen, you have Staff. So it is a very dangerous side to as a bowler to bowl. in a World Cup game. So I think that's a very good sign for South Africa and for DC also. That and the best thing is that Ricky Ponting and Saurabh Ganguly has put faith on him because he has
Yeah,
not so much IPL experience back on him before this season. So putting faith on him and he is not delivering, that's a good sign for this.
Good,
that's a
not a
good.
good sign for India.
Yeah, definitely not. Bharat, Mohit Sharma started off the season really well. Everyone was speaking about, he's making a comeback. He's gotten some new variations, but unfortunately, he's sort of drifted away as the IPL has progressed. What has gone wrong with him, in your opinion? You're mute, Bharat.
Just can you repeat the question? Just got cut.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, when Mohit Sharma had,
yes.
started playing in the IPL this season, everyone spoke about his form. Everyone, mentioned that he started off with new variations. He's coming back, mojo. Unfortunately, with the IPL, he sort of drifted away with his form and the variations. What has gone wrong with him?
Yeah, just now said a lot of his deliveries are coming very floaty. I think that's one of the reasons. He's just sitting up nicely for the batter to hammer it. I think last season, if you notice, when he was bowling all those slower back of lane deliveries, it was sitting higher up on the bat. It was not easy to hook or pull. Now it is just nicely sitting up nicely for a batter to land those cross-batted shots. I think that is one of the key reasons. I think Sandeep Sharma has done much better than say Mohit Sharma in terms of clarity of thought, in terms of how he has executed his plans. Sometimes he's gone wider off with his slower short ones. Sometimes he goes at the body. Sometimes he goes round the wicket and bowls those wide yorkers. I think he has shown better clarity of thought and better execution than Mohit Sharma, who suddenly everything that Mohit Sharma seems to bowl, it comes out very floaty, and that's similar to how Hardik Pandya is bowling in the slog overs occasionally when he bowls. It's very easy when the ball just sits up in the middle of the pitch for a batter like Rishabh Pant to whack it for a six.
Yeah. Gagi, Sai Sudarshan is doing really well for himself. He's an emerging youngster who's playing well. So, thoughts on him?
Yeah, Sai Sudarshan, I think in the last IPL season as well had a decent run. Couldn't impress as much as the other youngsters did. Yashasvi Jaiswal, Jitesh Sharma, who's not a youngster, but he did impress quite a lot. Compared to them, somewhere Sai Sudarshan got overshadowed by these other names that cropped up. But if he keeps putting in these performances, last night 65 runs, a strike rate of 166, that was a good knock. And for number three, for one down, I think that's a great knock. And if he keeps putting in these performances, he's going to impress the selectors somewhere, because right now I think the T20 World Cup lineup looks very, very packed, even for after the World Cup. And the Indian squad for the World Cup looks packed, and even after the World Cup, there are already a few people who are in line. But IPL is such a strong, what do you call it? A strong stage where you can perform. It gives you such a solid foundation that it cannot be ignored. We've seen it in the past that no matter how you've been performing for the whole year, as soon as you do well in the IPL, selectors immediately pick you up. So
Yeah.
it's a blessing and a curse, because one bad IPL you're out, one good IPL you're in. So for Sai
True.
Sudarshan, I think still a long way to go. He's still very young, but last night was a very, very good knock.
Yeah, so true. Good signs for Sudarshan. I think this is encouraging signs for Indian cricket as well. Snehashish, David Miller, who he almost took the game again, once again just unleashed a beast that we have seen in the past. So, what did you think of that innings? Did you feel that this game might slip away now with the way he was playing?
Yes, I think David Miller was a very key player for GT, and I was very impressed. I'm very happy. I would rather say because we all, I am personally a very big fan of David Miller because he has been playing for such a long time, and he has been proving for every team he has played. Like I think it was year 2014 or 15 for Punjab, he played that innings against RCB. What a knock it was, and for GT also, I think the title winning season for GT, he was one of the key players for them, scoring 400 plus runs and had a good healthy strike rate. So so in this season also, when the season started, I thought that he again might be the player to watch out for GT. But somehow he didn't start the campaign so well. But yesterday the way he played, I was very happy. And the way he scored that 50, I think it came around 20 or 21 ball 50. So
Yeah.
that was only needed for GT at that time. But he will be very disappointed the way he got out, and he didn't manage to finish the game, because it was his game to finish, and GT would have easily won. I think before 20 overs he would have. I think if he would have been there at the crease.
Yeah. Rashid Khan also entered the crease, Bharat, and we all thought again, this might happen where Rashid Khan might see them through. Did you have a feeling of the same, that he might just take his team through?
Yeah, but I guess that game should have been finished by as it is just said, David Miller should have finished that game. So yeah, from there it was going to be difficult. I think David Miller got out at 181 for 7. Yeah, Rashid Khan has done it before, but perhaps it was a little too much. 5 of 1 ball, final ball. I guess it was too much.
Yeah. Okay. Snehashi, moving on. Yeah.
I want to add one name, Rashik Salam. I think DC did
Yes.
Yeah.
excellent to put him. He came as an impact player, and proper impact he did. I think he was
Boy, the
the
impact he had.
he was the fast bowler to get the idea which line and which length it should be better in this pitch. And the slowest ball he bowled, I think it was brilliant to see such an another youngster, at in an IPL, proving performing for his team. It was so good to see him bowling
So,
yesterday.
yes, again, youngsters, emerging to the scene and doing well. Snehashi, moving on to the ISL, Mumbai had a fantastic game last night. That stunning comeback. A lot of Mumbai fans are talking about it. So, tell us, how exciting was that as a football supporter and a fan to watch?
I don't know. I just screenshot the scorecard and sent to Rahul. We all know that Rahul is not there. Rahul is Mizoram right now. I just texted you. What is happening, bhai? What is happening? It was FC Goa's game in total. Football is a game of 90 minutes and some injury time. Till 89th minute, FC Goa is leading 2-0 at their home, and Goa is a very formidable side at their home. It was not easy for any team to beat them at their home, especially in front of the crowd. But Mumbai is a very, very good side, and again they proved why. In the last 6 additional minutes, they scored 3 goals and won the game 3-2, and now they are leading, going up to the second leg. And I think it will be very hard game for FC Goa right now, because mentally I think they are broken. You have to be broken. You are
Yeah.
leading to the first leg, and then again in front of your home crowd you are losing. You just lose the game 3-2. So it will be very, mentally I think it will be very hard for them. And playing against Mumbai in Mumbai, it itself a very hard game. So it will be very interesting to see how Manuel Marquez and his boys make a comeback in the second leg. But the game we witnessed yesterday, I think ISL is giving a tough competition to IPL.
It is. It surely is. Thank you for that. And my final question, actually, Snehashi, Mohan Bagan also lost the semi-final against Odisha. So, tell us about that game as well.
Um, I, 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 I think Mohun Bagan fans, the way Mohun Bagan were in form, I think they were expected at least to get a draw from this match, because I am saying, I am telling you a interesting fact. Before this match, there is a stat like Mohun Bagan have gathered more points than any other team from away matches, where Odisha have never lost a game at their home. So I think that's a very interesting thing before that game. But unfortunately, Mohun Bagan didn't manage to win the game, and Odisha, maintained their streak at home. So it was not. I would say it is not a heartbreaking result for Mohun Bagan, because it's only 2-1. You are just 1 goal behind, and now you will play at your home. And we all, me and Rahul were there, and we all saw the power of 62,000 supporters. If you have 62,000 supporters, chanting your name, your player's name, I think it will be very hard game for Odisha also. So with the help of the supporters, Mohun Bagan will hope that the result might come in favor of them, and I think it will be an interesting way. It will not that Mohun Bagan will start from backward. I think still it will be an interesting game, and I hope that Mohun Bagan can manage to get 3 points and qualify for the final.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Snehashi. Thank you to all my guests. And thank you to everyone who's joined in as well. We hope you enjoyed the show. We'll catch you again tomorrow morning, and stay tuned to RevSportz. Thank you.